cold. Okay, so today we are installing a set of Bilstein coilovers to this MK5 GTI. Hopefully everything goes well, hopefully it's not. Everything isn't seized, you know, we're just praying to God. We've got a set of genuine top mounts, and also there's a cam follower in there as well. So genuine top mounts there. Beautiful. And yeah, we've got a genuine cam follower in there as well, which is good. The Bilstein coilovers, we'll get them unboxed now, and we'll just take a quick look. I have to put my phone down for a second because this is going to be heavy. The front's laid out, the fronts are laid out here. We've got a rubber spring. It comes with a boot, but they don't have bump stops. These must be internally bump stopped, which makes sense because they are Bilsteins. No cheap stuff. Gonna get the top mounts actually built up off of the car, I think. Then it's just a straight plop in, plop out sort of job. But they are stunning, aren't they? Look at these. Look at these things. Unreal. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So these are very exciting. I'm excited to put these on. The car's going to be like a different beast after this. The last bit is obviously the rear springs. So they will come all separate, because you know it's not a McPherson strut on the back of a Golf. It is just a normal separate shock and separate. So this will be the spring cups. So those will be there, so they bolt to the top. And that's it. So she's now on the ramp. This vehicle, I've done loads on this. I've done service on it, major service. EML lights from charcoal canisters. I've done a gearbox mount. I've done loads. A few other things. PCV valve, N80 valve, done it all. It's very well maintained. I actually sent this vehicle to Artec for the carbon cleaning and injector testing because I don't have the facilities for that here. I'm not a MK5 guy. And it's pucker now, this guy's car is pucker. It's ready for this. It's ready for a job here. So you can bend this up and do it. It's a bit of a brittle old car this, so I'm going to take the wipers off properly and do it properly, because last time this is loose, I can have full access now, like that. Don't want to take it out, they're always a bit tight here. And again, I just don't, it's just brittle, it's older. Got to be careful with the older stuff, so that's me being careful. Wipers are off, that's nice and loose. So we can proceed on, send the vehicle up, get all the wheels off, and whip the front legs off. I think I've replaced these in the past. Hub nut off, ball joint off, and replace those as well. Caliper off and hang out the way, whole leg coming off. So I'm on the time lapse this, I think. Shock absorbers on the floor. I'll show you what this is like now. So we've got just the whole hub off. I'll leave them hanging on the them hooks there. You don't want any tension on those. Again, this vehicle is old. You've got to be careful with the older cars, which we have been. And look at it, it's excellent. It's going all right up to now. Flip these over, get the coilovers in. You know when someone's experienced with the brand because you have all special tools to do the job. So that just fell out. No dramas, so that's good. See how it's leaking actually. The shock absorbers started leaking. They weren't like that the other week when I had the vehicle in initially, which is somewhat good because that means that we're replacing these for a bloody damn good reason now as well. So that's good. I'm just gonna do one side at once, just in case I forget something, then I know where that is. So yeah, that's the plan now. Finished all the inside here, ready for the new strut. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, well done to future Zach here. I'm gonna clean up these wheel bearing bolts because just in case they actually fail in the future, I know they'll be nice and clean and come out easy, because although the vehicle doesn't need wheel bearings now, you never know. You never know. I don't like the nuts which came with the Bilstein, so I've took the original OE ones off, which have a massive collar on them, which is a washer built into it, and that is 100 times better. So very, very tasty. Shock absorber's bottomed out all the way. We have a ruler here, and we're going to go for 25 millimeters there, and then we'll call that a good baseline height. Just tighten that up. That's in a very awkward spot actually. Yeah, it's fine, we'll get at it. It's not an issue. The 25 is our measurement, and then that's ready to go. Build this one up. She's hanging in now. Look at these things, this is so cool. Right, I'm gonna keep cracking on now with the other side now, and we'll go from there. I think that ride height will be okay, but there's only one way to find out. That bolt's tight. The paint mark's actually on the wrong side, so I'm gonna go upside down. It's not very helpful, the paint mark being on that side. I might put another one there. I've been having issues with getting the shock absorber fully seated in the bottom there. So what I've had to do is jack it up with Jackie Chan, and then tap this part with a hammer, and that shocks it all the way in. Even with the special tool, I can't get it all the way seated, but it's done now. Okay, so fronts are in, everything's tight. Calipers, ball joints tight. Done. Same on this side, everything's good, which is great. Looking fantastic. Bolt here, undo that. Shock absorber, 216s at the top. There's a big 21 there. Up top is where we're going to be putting the cup. Down below will stay the same, I think. Need to just have a look at the kit. I'm going to get my air compressor and blow all that out. Yeah, so that's one side done. Customer's going to get some new top mounts, and next time he's in, we're going to fit them because that looks a bit shit. But it is what it is. We don't have any here, but they're in, which is quite simple to be fair. It's just this bolt, that one, and the two up there. The spring goes in like that with the rubber seat to stop the vibration. But yeah, we're good to go. Do the other side now. They're all buttoned up now. I've put a paint mark where the Allen key is so I can find it easier, because they're a bit of a shit design. That actually, it's a bit awkward. It's not a shit design, it's just a bit awkward. For example, up here, there's another Allen key, so that's in a right awkward spot, but it is what it is. I have to work around it a little bit. As for the front is good and all done as well. So we're going to send the ramp down. I need to locate the Allen keys on the front, paint mark those, put the wheels on, set out some boxes and some timber, and then I can kind of hopefully do it in here, do the ride out in here. That's the plan anyway. Okay, round two. Oh, that's a bit more like it. Let's give it a bounce. So that is 2 finger there. Let's just do some measuring and make sure they're equal, but that looks a lot more like it. So we have, this side is done, locked off, 34.5 to 34.7 mil from the center cap to the wheel. So I'm just balancing out both sides now, but then I'll jump onto the back, give it a bit of a bounce, and then we can measure. So I put the Volkswagen badge like that and hook it to there, and it's hard to do with one hand, but we're about there. Yep. We're about there on the front. That'll probably do us. I'm going to get the customer to actually come back in a month or so once it's settled, and we'll do another ride height check. We're all done. I'm going to get some grease here. I'm going to coat the threads in grease. There's many ways to skin this cat, but the way I like to do it is just put thin layer on here. Oh, there's nothing worse. I'm gonna have to probably adjust the ride height again on this in the future. It's not ideal just putting grease on him because it will attract road grime, but at least when you clean off the road grime, it should be okay underneath. And that's the theory behind doing this. Obviously, yeah, you want it to be, you want it to look good, you want it to be good, but in reality, coilovers in English weather are a bit of a twat. That's just my honest opinion. They are a bit of a twat, especially when the customer's 3 years in and then wants it adjusting. That's when you're going to hit major roadblocks. So for now, a thin coat like that will suffice. That's locked off and torqued. Well, not torqued, just nipped gently. So then I can get that undone as well. And we'll do the same on this side as well. Nice layer. The customer wasn't quite sure on how low they wanted the vehicle, so I'm going about 20 to 30 mil lower than standard, and hopefully he's happy with that. I don't want to go too mad because I don't think the customer's ever had coilovers, and if you know coilovers, you know you can go really low really easily, and it's just not what the Bilsteins are about, or a GTI. I know this car will get driven properly, and I don't want it to compromise too much, especially on the roads which are around our end. So I'm just going to go, so it's 345 from the centre on the front. I go here, I'm going to go to about 360. So we're on 365 now, so I need to go lower. So I'm going to go 360 on the back, both sides, and then that will be perfect. And then once I've done, I'm going to drive it out. Well, I need to do a cam follower and then I'll drive it out. Yeah, 36 baby, that's the magic number for today. It's a 2-finger gap. Car's got no fuel in it, so it's going to be very hard to set up with no fuel. So I want to have the customer drive it for a bit, full tank of fuel next time, and then we can have a proper butcher's with what it looks like, because it's very difficult when there's no fuel in the vehicle. So yeah, we need to get a full tank of fuel next time. I'm going to do this side next. Let's see what this is on. If I get my tape measure. Okay, this one's pretty good. It's about, oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Oh, yes. This side doesn't need doing. So that's very good. Very good. Back, get your grease. You know, we're not going mad, just a thin coat, just to help me when I eventually have to do the ride out again. But that's good. That is good. This is the final product. You can see the ride height is lower than OEM. Perfect for me. No full tank of fuel. And if you notice, fronts are on massive Michelins, which have got huge rim protectors. The backs don't have rim protectors, so that's giving a false kind of reading there. That's pretty good, me. Again, next time it's coming in full tank of fuel, we'll remeasure. Hopefully it settles nicely, but you can see there, that's absolutely perfect. Them tyres are just make the back wheels look a bit lost. If it had them same Michelins on the back, we would be laughing. But yeah, I think that's video done. Thanks for watching. This is very good. This is excellent. Do you know what? I love it when people want to spend money on the cars like this. This is absolutely epic. This feels fantastic. Oh, yes. There's not a one creak. Obviously, it's very firm, but fuck me, this feels excellent. Wowzer. Big old wowzer. Successful road test, that. That is very good. I'm very happy with that. Look at the stance on this now. Very nice. Very nice. Call that done. Let's get back in the unit. Video on that soon. That's my amazing van. This is also cool, folks. RS. There's a lot of cool cars around here. But yeah, I'm done. That's it. Cheers.